Hi guys, back again. I want to talk about some dog breeds because what's Sally Low without dogs? Well, here we go. So I want to speak a little bit about not only misunderstood dog breeds, but I want to tell you about some breed traits about... I used to work in a dog rescue. Well, I do still work in the dog rescue, but obviously I'm leaving because I've had to move cities. I want to speak to you a little bit about dogs. Now, it might sound a bit boring, a bit preachy, but I do want to make it as fun as possible. Yeah, I just want to talk about some misunderstood dog breeds and some of the, you know, just to sort of get a little bit more information about breeds of dogs and stuff. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. If you're not, then I understand, I'm a boring bastard. So, one of the most, I find, the most misunderstood dog breeds are the Staffordshire Bull Terriers. Now, I didn't know a lot about the Staffies before I started the rescue, I'm not going to lie. Like, I wasn't scared of them, I didn't have one. And they're so misunderstood, like, I feel so sorry for the breed. So, because the way they are big dogs, they are muscly dogs. So people get them and they use them for the wrong things, like dog fighting, well, this is including the pit bulls as well because they're quite similar breed. But pit bulls are obviously banned in England. It is illegal to own a pit bull, which in my opinion is absolutely ridiculous because it's not the dog's fault, it's how the dog's brought up. But yeah, I've found the Staffies are one of the best, most loyal dogs there is out there, and contrary to popular belief, they are the best with children. So Staffies and pit bulls were classed as nanny dogs way back when in like the Victorian era, and they used to be there, you know, they could look after the kids and stuff, and they're really good with kids. So I've never known a Staffy to bite. Personally, it could have happened, but I've never known a Staffy to just randomly bite a child, like, so that's something. They love human affection, they like crave human affection, but yeah, they're just used for the wrong reasons, like the strength and everything, and it's just naff. And they have got quite a high pain tolerance because the Staffies, they are muscly, they're built for that. In the rescue centre I worked, I'm not going to name it, but it was a big one. There's thousands in the rescues, and just because some of them aren't good with other dogs, aren't good with people, doesn't mean that they're a bad dog. It just means they've not, you know, lack of socialisation and everything like that is down to it. So just consider that when you go to a rescue. Like, look into a Staffy because they are genuinely really lovely dogs, and they'll be there till the day you die. Like, they'll die by your side with you. They're amazing. So the next misunderstood dog breed is greyhounds. So I would want a greyhound and a Staffy. They're my next two breeds. If I was going to get another dog, they'd be the two. I have two cocker spaniels, as you know, at the minute. So everyone thinks that greyhounds require a lot of exercise. Absolute crap. So they are built for sprints, like short energy bursts, not for stamina. They will do sort of a quick 20 minutes, half an hour in the morning, and then perhaps another one at night if they can be bothered. They're actually really lazy. Everyone says, oh, you can. I mean, the ones that we had at our specific rescue, not with all rescues and not with all greyhounds, lurchers, whippets, not all, could live with small furry animals because obviously they are used for racing, which I'll get into in a minute. And obviously they are trained in it to chase the small furries, so they can't live with cats a lot of the time, they can't live with rabbits, can't live with squirrels and things. But that's absolute crap as well, because any dog that's trained and everything is like that. Yeah, other than that, they're crazy affectionate and they are super lazy. So let's just keep it. So yeah, in terms of the greyhound racing now, I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for this, and the Grand National as well, pretty inhumane. I disagree with it quite badly. You know, they're not, the greyhounds, I mean, if you're looking after them right, but I just think a pet's a pet, you don't use them for stuff like that. Because I've seen greyhounds like be just dumped on the street, or they're sold for meat in a third world country, and it's just disgusting. I don't think a lot of people are aware of that in the racing, how bad the dogs get treated. So if I can just sort of change one person's mind, then I've done my job. But yeah, just look into it. It's pretty inhumane, pretty barbaric, to be honest. So the next one, Rottweilers. So another favourite breed of mine. Look highly intimidating, do understand that, big dogs. They're big softies as well. They are the most wonderful breed of dog. I've literally never met an aggressive one. I've only ever met ones that want to sit on you and kiss your face, and they squash you because they're so heavy. They love to be around their owners. They are very clingy to their owners, and they will be protective of their family. So if there's a family of 4, they will protect all 4 of you to the death. Like, they are super affectionate, and they are very loyal. So that's something to take into consideration with the Rottweilers. it's just a bit naff, innit, for the poor dogs, because it's crappy owners. I've got a Cocker Spaniel who wasn't so looked after, like Alfie. You've seen Alfie in the previous videos, and he was so aggressive and awful when we got him, and with a bit of, like, we've had him nearly 3 years, and with a bit of time and attention, he's great now. He don't do anything wrong. Like, he's actually better than my other dog. Bless him. This isn't so much a misunderstood dog breed. I just want to get the sort of awareness out for these breeds. So with the current trends of the French Bulldogs, the Pugs, the Bulldogs, Boston Terriers, Shih Tzus, the desirable breeds, I just want to say, like, if you're going to go to a breeder, try and please rescue, but if you're going to go to a breeder, I know it's not always possible to rescue, so just make sure. Now, I'm going to put it below me because I don't know how to say it, but they have this problem because of the flat faces and the way that they've been, because Pugs and stuff didn't always have flat faces, they always had, like, long muzzles. But if you I think it's brachyphylectic, but I'm probably butchered that, but I'll put it on the bottom. And what it is the airways get blocked because of how squashed the noses are and the faces, so that's why you hear a lot of Pugs, French Bulldogs, like, heavily breathing and panting. And the operation, I've just got to warn you, it can cost thousands, and this is why a lot of them dogs are handed over to rescues. This is why a lot of them are sold on or dumped in the street, because people go, oh my god, I've paid £2,000 for this puppy and it's going to cost me a further £3,000-4,000 for this operation. I just wanted to get that word out because I think that's something that people are misinformed, because unfortunately we have all these puppy farms and horrible places that actually con innocent people who think they're getting a perfectly pedigree puppy and they get conned. So I understand it's not even everyone's fault all the time. Just, like, do your research and try and be a little bit more considerate next time you get a dog. That's that rant over. So another breed that I find we get a lot at the rescue centres, Border Collies. So I think people get Border Collies when they're puppies. I know because I've actually spoke to people. They've got them as puppies. They're small little black and white things, really beautiful. And then they grow up and they are very hyper. They're very, very intelligent dogs, and they need a lot of mental and physical stimulation, so they need to work. Like, they need to be doing something pretty much all day. Every Border Collie I've ever met has just sat on my feet and I've had to throw a ball for it, and it's like 4 hours of throwing a tennis ball. I've not met one that doesn't do that. Just because they need it, they just love being outside. Like, I'd say they're the most active dogs. Other than that, some of them are quite skittish, so I've come, it's like a half and half, so I've come across some that are really affectionate, I've come across some that are like sort of working dogs, and like, no, I don't want, I'll get my prize after. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, they're great. Other than that, if they're kept busy and they've got something to do, great companions. I have no issues. When I'm retired, I'm going to get a Border Collie, just because at this current moment I wouldn't have time to walk one as much as it needed. But when I retire, that'll be the dog I'm getting. So another one is that, again, we see a lot of these in the rescue centre, and I did touch up on it on my Adopt Don't Shop video. Beagles. Now, Beagles are very cute, again, very beautiful dogs, but are a handful if you do not give them the physical and mental stimulation like they should be. They have an incredible sense of smell, so as soon as they get a scent of a squirrel, a rabbit, something, they'll be off. So you need to train them, recall day one, just because it's their natural instinct to chase after that scent. There are obviously a lot in shelters, and I mean, again, our rescue centre specifically took the Beagles from, we had a lot of them from the labs, you know, the testing labs, because there's something about Beagle skin that is very similar to human skin, and that's why we test cosmetics, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely vile that we do that to poor animals, not even just dogs, like to any animal. It's just wrong, like, no. So yeah, we got ours. So these Beagles came across very scared, very timid, didn't really trust anyone, and they had to live with another dog because they needed another dog to be like, hey, this guy's okay, he's not going to do anything. But also we have a lot of puppies in as well, because they just don't realise, people don't realise how much hard work they are. But yeah, that's just something, they're quite misunderstood. Bit more breed traits, bit of breed knowledge for you. But I just want to get out there as well, I'm not like a behaviourist, I'm not a dog expert, I've picked things up off the behaviourists and off working at the rescue centre, off people who do know the stuff. Which is why I'm repeating what I know. I would never repeat anything I didn't know. So we're on to the next one, another desirable breed, so it's Cockapoos, so Cocker Spaniel and a Poodle mix. Now, I don't know how true this is, and I'm sure I've seen it in an article, but the guy who first bred Cockapoos, like and has actually said he wishes he'd never done it. Now, these dogs are going for thousands of pounds, and I get it, they're pretty, they have, you know, they're really cute dogs, cute, fluffy, pretty dogs, I get it. However, a lot of issues are developing from these dogs, because it's the same with the French Bulldogs and the Pugs. So because of the puppy farms, the illegal breeding, because of the demand of these dogs and how much money people are making from them. A lot of developing issues like aggression issues, separation anxiety issues, health issues, because they're taken away from the mum far too early, sold on to some unknowing poor family that just want a puppy, and the family either end up, you know, having a really aggressive dog that they've had to give to a rescue, they've either had to put the dog to sleep, or they've had to like spend a fortune on this dog. Yeah, so I think the mixture is, the ones we always used to get in always had some sort of aggression issue, so whether that's food guarding, resource guarding. But that's a common thing in cockers. My male cocker, the rescue one, he's a food guarder and he's a resource guarder, so he's not as bad anymore because obviously he lives with us, but when we couldn't even be in the same room as him when he was eating. Don't know why that is about spaniels, but that's just, it's something about the breed. Not all the breeds, like not all cockers, I'm not slagging them off, I have two myself, I love them, but it is a common thing in that specific breed. I think the thing is with the poodles being very highly strung, very intellectual dogs, and the cockers need a lot of physical and mental exercise, I think they're just a toxic breed that go together. Because, I mean, not all cockapoo, like there is people who genuinely breed really decent cockapoos out there, and I'm sure they've made wonderful dogs. There are, again, I'm not blaming breeders, I'm blaming the backstreet idiots that do everything illegally, not the nice decent ones that have waiting lists and things. I just want to obviously say, if you're gonna adopt a dog, or if you're gonna buy a dog, there's no such thing as bad dogs, just bad owners. So if you bought a puppy and you're in the because I would advise to take it to some sort of dog social, because it needs dogs, so take them to dog socialisation, take them to dog schools, take them to the park, just socialise them, get them to know every noise, every sound, you know. The braver a dog is, the more well behaved it's going to be, because it's not going to be timid, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to get stressed. It'll be a good dog if it's been around fireworks and things. Just do anything you can think of to socialise that dog. Take it to the take it round, you know, a busy shopping mall, things. Obviously don't let it be scared or stressed, but just like do it a little bit day by day, and then hopefully like get people to stroke them, kids different ages. And again, that's something, if you do have children, and maybe if you're a first time dog owner or whatever, try and teach the child like about the dogs, like how the reaction, look online, you have loads of like behaviour things, and how the dog, the body language and stuff, like when a dog sat and it's licking its lips, obviously sometimes when it's eating its dinner or it's been out for a while, that's something, but if someone starts stroking it and it's uncomfortable, it'll lick its lips because it's a sign of stress. You can learn everything like that online from, you know, the dog trainers and everything. Just remember the training that we'll need for any dog really, because even if you rescue a dog that could be perfect because it's new to your environment, it might be house trained, but it might not be house trained when it's in your house, do you know? It's getting used to its environment, it's marking its scent, so just take a bit of patience with it. So just remember the financial gain as well. A dog costs a lot of money. Imagine something happening to that dog. My dog was in intensive care for 2 days and it cost me £1,000. So, you know, it's a lot of money, and there was nothing wrong with her, she just had a tummy bug, but £1,000 it cost me. So just remember, and obviously the food, yearly boosters, if it's a dog that needs grooming every 6 weeks, that can be £20 odd dependent on the size of the dog. And just remember the commitment, like remember you have to walk that dog every day, you have to train it, you can't just turn up at a house and be like, oh, it's a perfect dog. And you have to teach it manners, you have to teach it, you know, sit, stay, wait, lie down, don't steal food. And never ever use negative enforcement, like please just don't ever hit a dog, because a dog will never learn. Dogs react by food and positive behaviours. If a dog is not coming back on its recall, try it with a treat. If he comes back, you give him the treat. That's how you do it. Never ever hit a dog, please. Like, it's just not, it's like intent, and it wounding with intent essentially. Like if you went and hit someone in the street, you'd get in trouble for it, but people hit dogs and they never get it. But yeah, anyway, sorry for that. It wasn't a very nice video, I suppose, but I like to get, I don't know a lot, and the things I'm passionate about I know a lot about, so just try and do the best for me. Yeah, just even if you just go look around a rescue, you've tried, haven't you? Not a dog's gonna be for everyone, but so yeah, thanks for watching guys. For more content, like, subscribe, and please share with your friends. Bye.